I wasn't anticipating him picking up so much from my mom, and that is a situation that literally just happened, I think it was 2 days ago. She started transitioning out of a relationship. My mom has always been really relationship-based her whole life, and she's going through a transition there.
Yes.
And I think, you know, maybe because of her age, she's in her 60s, she may worry about that transition.
It's the weirdest thing, but I feel like that some of the best years of her life have yet to happen.
Okay.
You're showing her breaking free. It's like this whole visual thing. And it's like, now's your chance to kind of start and like start over. I keep hearing start over, start over, start over. It's a positive thing. I think she's on the right track.
I do too.
That's awesome.
My sister and I are always saying to each other, like, that's what we want for our mom, but we can't tell her. She doesn't listen to us. So maybe she'll listen to Tyler.
This is one of the most vulnerable things you can do, period. I've never just put myself out there like that before, so I'm a little nervous for that.
Wow. This is like the prettiest room we've ever filmed in.
This is my ladies' lounge. It's so special that Tyler came all the way to Nashville. He's in my home because I just think when you're in your own home, in your own environment, you're more relaxed. And then he can pick up on everything that's in my house as well. Wait, so do you recognize me or you have no idea?
I have no idea, but
okay,
yeah,
cool.
But I mean, literally, I don't watch much TV,
No.
you know, so.
That's awesome.
I don't know anything about you, so.
Cool.
It'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. She's chit-chatty.
My mom, Judy, and my dad, Dennis, are here today, and it was important for me to have both of them here for emotional support. They're divorced, so everyone traveled from all over to be here today for this.
Now, the way that I work is I communicate what I see, hear, and feel. But my job is really just to kind of navigate who's coming through, figure out who they are and what they have to say. But we'll navigate it, we'll see what pops in.
Okay,
and I'm just gonna
cool.
take a minute to scribble. We'll see where we go, so. Ooh. Okay, could you lay the objects out right here for me?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so I have a couple.
So the ones that are connected to the, like any objects that are connected to a person, put those, all those objects.
They're all connected to the
awesome.
same person.
Perfect.
I think that there's a lot of unanswered questions surrounding the person that I'm hoping to channel today. So I might be crushed if he doesn't come through.
He knew things about my mom that are not something that you could just Google. It were things before the internet was around, and I think it's an honor to have a reading from him.
Okay.
Kylie's gonna sit there.
Perfect.
And we're
Awesome.
gonna go over here.
All right, I'll
Bye,
see you.
Kylie.
Bye.
I do think it is important to have somebody else watching an experience like this. So I'm really happy that Kylie came.
What the This is like a serious contraption.
The way that I typically work is I'll hold onto an object. Did you bring any objects today at all?
I did. I have an object.
Cool, great.
Yeah.
And maybe
Yeah.
hold on to it and we'll go from there. Perfect.
That's
Oh
my,
my God.
that's my
Yes.
little object.
That's so sweet.
I brought a stuffed animal toy monkey that was my father's since he's been a child. And when Tyler was reading my mom, he kept gathering, someone has a monkey. I don't know, I keep seeing a monkey. And I was in the other room like, oh my God, I have the monkey. Like, my mom didn't even remember the monkey's name.
Okay, so I'll scribble, I'll just kind of communicate everything that's coming through and then we'll kind of backtrack and I'll ask you what makes sense.
Okay.
So let's see, okay. There's a feeling that comes across, and it is in reference to Dad's passing. There's a feeling of not having full closure of like being actually to be there in the moment of passing. There's a feeling of like, I don't want you to be here when I'm actually passing away. It's like, I for your sake, I want you to just not have that in your memory.
It's interesting because he passed when they weren't there, I think.
Right.
And there's a feeling when this comes through that he actually would have timed his passing. The feeling is that he was holding on and he was waiting.
Right.
And that would have been done with purpose and with intention.
Yeah. His parents didn't know he was dying.
Right.
He just kept it a secret, so he wanted them to come and see him.
Right.
And then he wanted to say goodbye to them and like say goodbye to all of us. And then after everyone left, he ended up like passing away.
And that was his way of having closure. So please know that.
Aww. This was my dad's stuffed animal since he's been a baby.
Right.
And he always kept it in his closet and just always had it.
Right.
And when he was dying, we had a hospice at our home, and he kept asking for the monkey. The monkey's name is Jocko. And it was in his bed, like, when he passed away. It's something I've had since he's passed away, and I've kept it with me at every house that I've had or whatnot, so it's, you know, like really sentimental to me. So it's a beautiful thing to have Tyler be able to channel that for me.
Do you have any questions about your current love life situation?
I don't know, not specifically.
No problem. Just wanted to
But let's talk about it, because that came to you for a reason, so what do you want to talk about?
Yeah. I want to handle this like totally sensibly and with what you're comfortable with. So, when it comes to your previous situation, I feel like I do want to go there, and I just really want to emphasize. The acknowledgement is basically a feeling of like. It's just important that he doesn't isolate himself, as I think he may have a tendency to do.
Yeah.
And that's something that, you know, we can only control so much of. You can't control someone else's actions.
Right.
It is not your responsibility.
Right.
So I just hope he stays in the state.
Okay.
He would need to stay in California.
Okay. I try to keep him at a distance.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just a toxic relationship for me, just even being friends. But I want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Never hurts to have support.
Yeah.
Thank you. Whoa, okay, this is interesting. There's a man with an M name that I don't care for, and it's not like a traditional name, like Michael. Like, there's going to be a man with an odd M name, so if it's like Marco or Marcos, this person is going to be romantically interested, and let's just say no. Okay. So sorry, Marcos, or whoever you are, but whoever this is, just remember, that's a big red X.
Notice someone with an M.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I'm not going to date anyone that starts with the letter M. He did not like that. I don't even know what the hell that would be, but good. You came for your own reading.
Yeah,
that's really why you came.
For you.
She was like,
just wanted to
when is
get
it my
in.
turn?
Okay, let me think about that. Good to keep in mind, you are going to deal with vertigo, like feeling dizzy. Do you get vertigo? Like a feeling of like dizzy, like I feel
all
like I
the
can't.
time.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
What about love life?
Love life? Oh,
Just really quick. I'm sorry.
I think really yeah. Let me look. Okay. Sorry. Look,
You said yeah.
Okay. There's a situation with someone tries to get with one sister. Okay. Someone tries to get with one sister and then tries to get with the other. What is happening? Oh my God, does that make any sense? Oh,
Actually, kind of.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
I kind of do.
You do. What about that situation?
I don't like that situation. That person, I'm not.
We'll discuss.
I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it makes sense to you.
Am I gonna cry?
It's all good, no worries. I have the sweetest woman coming through who is so excited to get to connect to you and is the biggest cheesy smile. And she's acknowledging that she was with you even before I got here today and that she knew that she was waiting to come through. She's also immediately wanting me to talk about the wedding. She's wanting me to reference lace. The reference to lace is always for me an indication of like a wedding or wedding reference. It's a symbol. Now on the car ride here, I had a grandmother coming through and I got this feeling that she was referencing to say, you know, hey, tell my granddaughter that I was at her wedding and that I know about the wedding. She knows that she's still prayed to very regularly. She talks about how she's still talked to at night. She keeps saying, I love you too, I love you too. She acknowledges this because she's saying that it's been verbally said, like, I love you. I love you. Like, I hope you can hear. And she's like, I love you too. And
That's
I
amazing.
hear it.
That's amazing.
But she acknowledges that. Please know that.
Well, that was, well,
Yeah?
I don't know what I can tell you.
No problem.
That was hers.
Okay.
And the music that plays on it was played at my wedding. And as
Wow.
it started, my mother and my father were on either side of me at the wedding, and we said a prayer to her, so.
That's amazing. She remembers you as a little girl, so she's surprised to see you how you are now. And she's so immensely proud of you and so, so, so thankful for everything that you've been able to do because you've made her so proud. She is wanting me to talk about a lot. She has a lot to say. She's referencing to the fact that she feels like she's showing me that she was like the glue that kept things together.
Yeah.
She's referencing to the fact that there was a divorce. She's talking about the divorce. She's talking about, like, she's aware of this. She's saying it was inevitable from her perspective, but she's like, I know about it, and she's acknowledging that this actually created, like, a situation in the way that this comes across that would have affected not just the two people involved.
Oh my God. My parents got divorced right after she passed away, and And there were 5 kids involved.
She's very supportive of your mom, and she is at peace and has closure with how that situation went.
Oh my God.
Because people have said, like, oh God, if she were here to see this, like, you know, she would not be happy
Well,
with this.
I think my mother has said that if her mother had been alive, she wouldn't have divorced my father. So
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so she actually is acknowledging, like, you know, this was inevitable, and I actually am glad that you went your separate ways.
Yeah. Oh, this is freaking you out.
Thank you for having me.
Excited to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm nervous and excited, but
Awesome.
yeah. So I'm definitely trying to focus on a medium reading, and that's what I'm really hoping for today, because I've had people who I really love that have passed on, and I don't really know about the whole heaven and hell thing, but I used to have really bad anxiety about passing away. Like, that trips me out a little bit.
Usually I work with objects, so do you mind if I hold onto an object?
Yes.
Awesome.
I have 3.
Oh, great.
I definitely have a few people in mind of who I would love to come through. I'm nervous that they won't, but I'm hoping that they're definitely going to come through.
Okay, so immediately as this is coming through, let's see. Do you know who has the March connection?
Me?
Okay, would that be like a birthday? There's a reference
my
to
birthday's in
balloons.
March.
Okay, cool. God, but then, okay. You just have a lot of people.
Really? Oh my God, that makes me so happy.
It's a good thing. It absolutely
No,
means
that
a
makes
lot.
me really happy.
Definitely. Okay, thank you.
When you say thank you, are you thanking them for giving you information?
I am actually
love
ready to
that.
like, thanks.
That's awesome.
Oh, yes, it's interesting. Okay. What would this be card? God, I have this younger person coming through. I want to talk about this energy that's coming through. I mean, you can tell I'm actually starting to get sweaty. I have an individual that's acknowledging that they feel like they passed too soon. He comes through as like a contemporary, so it's like a younger kind of a feeling, but he's saying like, this just happened, and it feels fast and it feels quick, but I don't feel like I have time to really completely come to terms with my own passing. It would definitely be a male. There is a reference to a car accident.
Yeah.
And it's coming through clearly, like 100%. A car accident, negligence, and then frustration. So who would this be for you?
This would be my 15-year-old friend named Jack, who was hit by a car.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
You're right.
What's interesting is he acknowledges the area that he's in doesn't feel unfamiliar. Like I don't feel
Oh, he was there every day.
right here, and I've been here before, and I come here all the time. So why is this going to happen to me of all days?
Yeah.
It happened today, and that's what came through.
His mom was on his way to go pick him up.
Oh God, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
It's definitely a very sad, crazy story. Jack, who was 15 when he passed away, got hit by a car. The guy was going really fast, and my friend was crossing the crosswalk and got hit by a car. Me and all my friends who were friends with him thought that he was missing, and then the news came out, and we ended up finding out that it was him, and it was just really devastating and really sad that happened, you know, and it was so unexpected.
What I want to acknowledge is he's making weird. There's a point to be made when it comes to the blame associated with this. Like, I don't think it's came full circle as far as justice being completely served or reached.
Hasn't at all.
Because this is being referred to as a case.
Yeah. The case is still unsolved, you know, it was a hit and run.
I think the references and the messages to the fact that the case is ongoing, you know, does show that there will be closure to it, and, you know, ultimately justice will be served.